Let's hear now from someone who came to this country, who is now an American citizen, and the journey she took to get here. Let me introduce you to Tanya Tyberg.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to America.
Thank you. It's so good to see you guys here. I appreciate it a lot. It's comforting to know that there are so many people who are concerned with the loss of this great country and are willing to stand up for what they know is right. Tonight I would like to tell you my story. I was born in Ukraine under the Soviet system. I grew up when we had enough money to buy food, but we didn't have stuff on the shelves. We were taught that the United States were evil, that people in America were so poor, and that so many of them were not nice. Well, the Soviet Union collapsed. As Ukraine embraced capitalism and the West, gradually, there was plenty of stuff on the shelves at the store, but guess what? There was no money to buy it with. In 2002, I met my husband. He came as a part of a group helping a new church, and I was a translator for the group. Sometime later, the group left, and Jeff stayed in Ukraine, and I became his translator. And a year later, we were married. But that was the time when we began the process for me to come to the United States as his wife. We spent hours filling out the required paperwork. We took the 12-hour train to Kiev. Kiev is the capital of Ukraine. We did it several times. I had to pass medical examination proving that I did not have any communicable diseases like tuberculosis. Then for the final step was interview. We had to travel to Wausau, 24-hour train ride from Kiev. When we had completed all the required steps, we flew to Minneapolis together. And upon the arrival, I was given a green card. 1 year later, we had to file up some papers proving that we were still married. And living together, that was the requirement to keep my green card. And sooner we had to file up again to prove that I was his wife and he was my husband and we were living together because I started the process of my citizenship. After all that work and well over $1,000 in expenses to immigrate here legally, I hear that there are people in Washington who don't enforce the rules. And they want to give amnesty to people who came here illegally. You know, I really don't understand that. I think that the Constitution says that everyone is equal under the law. So why is it some people are giving amnesty just because they came here illegally? While others, like my friend from Minnesota, are being forced to move out of the country because a minor child became an adult during the process while they were waiting for the government to do its work. And you know what? It's so much for not splitting up families. It is clear to me that the federal government needs to do its duty and secure our borders. It is also clear to me that people currently in Washington need to be replaced with people who do have principles and strengths to uphold and defend Constitution, your Constitution. Thank you.
From the heart of every patriot rings the song of liberty. It's a song that breaks oppression's hold and cries, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring from the mountains, freedom ring from sea to sea, let freedom ring